We'll do it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back in another episode. So it's been a little bit since I made an episode again. If you can't tell, my voice is gonna be a little different than it has been. Right after I recorded all my episodes last Tuesday, I ended up getting sick all week, and I didn't have a good voice, so I kind of had to just play on my own for a little bit. So I've done a couple little things. First thing I want to say is it looks like our wheat has grown over there. So we're gonna have to definitely stop by there and grab some of our wheat. So let's head down here and see what we worked on. It was nothing crazy. I only did a couple little things as I played. So first thing I did, which we can go over here for, is I fixed up the door over here, and I was actually using this. We're gonna start actually mining down this way. So we're actually gonna start mining here. So at nighttime, I'm gonna start digging this out so we can get some stuff done with it. Then the second thing I did was over here. These stores right here. So right here, these are new stairs we got leading down. This is gonna go down into a hallway. And this room right here is empty. We don't have a plan for it yet. And then this room right here, got our goals in here. I moved all the goals down here, added a few extra, put our this goal here, which we had, and I added a few more. I want to find some diamonds, and I want to go fishing because they just added that in this update. And I reworded a couple things that sound a little better, but yeah, now our goal room has a spot. I chose gravel because I wanted something to use that was different. It looks really bad, but hey, it works for now, so I'm gonna leave the gravel there in this roof. I needed some ideas below on what we should put in this room next to it. So any ideas, please let me know so we can figure this out. But yeah, so that's the progress I worked on. I'm really happy with this at least, and I was actually able to do the thing I wanted to do up here. Because remember, right, I was trying to break these blocks when we were building this to make this like loop all the way around, but I was able to do it here, so it's a constant look as if it's the a chunk of the flooring and it's all the same pattern, which looks nice to me, which I'm happy with. But so for what we got planned for today is nothing too crazy. I want to go over to the wheat farm and a couple other little things. I also spawn proofed a tiny bit more this way, laid some more torches and stuff in some of the dead spots. Up here, we still need to fill in a few, but we're starting to get rid of mob spawning slowly. I was going mining, and I got a lot more extra coal. The problem is I don't have a lot of wood. And with, saplings not giving us what we need, I'm kind of not wanting to get that, so kind of leaving us here. So let's go get a little bit of this wheat. I was trying to look for a gate to get in, but I forgot that I actually have to do this myself. I don't want any mobs trampling our farm or anything, so I have to do that. Sorry. Let's harvest our first crops in this world. And we gave us some seeds back, which we'll take those. Yeah, now we can plant even more. I did hoe a lot more of this land. It looks like something spawned in here and trampled it, I'm guessing. Mobs did. Which, isn't ideal, but I'll have to just keep growing more. So another thing I want to see is if there's bread in the game or anything. Because I don't know if there is or not. If we can make anything with this. So let's find out. There is bread. Go. We got some new stuff we can go drop off in our chests. Another thing on the agenda is definitely going to be getting storage figured out. So I guess that is a possible option for that room. Could be storage. but I'm not sure. I'm not really like set on the idea of making that room for storage. So, I'm still gonna think on it and get some better ideas. Let me move the wheat into this chest because I'll 100% lose it if I don't leave the wheat in there. I'm already losing half the stuff, so let's do that. Um, I was noticing that when I posted the last couple episodes, a few of them actually did pretty well. We're actually getting some. We're actually pulling in like high 40s, 70s on them. So that was really cool seeing that. More people were watching. Unfortunately, the time they watched for wasn't that high, but it was only like a minute or two we were averaging, like we talked about in the past. But again, getting more eyes on this is always a good thing. Then got this right here. I'm gonna think of some way to cover this because I don't just want this always open. But if I just do doors, I don't know. It sounds weird to me if just putting doors there. I guess we could. Hmm. I guess if I would have redone this, I would have like made the entrance come down, and then it would have stopped at a door, and then I could have continued it. But since we put the door off to the left side right here, it's not the best idea for it. So oh well on that part at least. But yeah. Also, another little thing that I was thinking about is I was starting to get some ideas for over here. I started laying out some blocks, started doing some thinking on how I want this path to go up to the door and where I want this building to be at and stuff. So that's what I'm happy about is I'm starting to get some basic ideas for the train station. It'll happen, I promise eventually, okay? It's going to happen. It'll be one of the things we do. Don't you worry. So now, the next thing we gotta do is I'm gonna go mining a little bit more. So that's what we're gonna spend the rest of the episode doing, which is just mining down this way. We did literally just break the dirt, so I guess we're just gonna put it back real quick. Oh well, we got a couple pickaxes to use, so for the time being, I'm gonna just keep mining, which is what I was doing before I started recording. I was worried about my voice not sounding the best and stuff. Oh, this is a hole I dug down here. Okay, I was ultra confused for a moment about what I ran into, but yeah. So that's where I got all the coal from. Ran into two straight coal veins, which was really nice for this. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a good day. As I'm recording this, we are only a couple days from Thanksgiving, so that's going to be around the corner. So I hope I'll talk about it more in the next one. But I hope everybody's having a good holiday, and I know people are about to get out of school for Thanksgiving break and all kinds of stuff like that. So it's always a fun time of year being able to get out of school. That dark cave. Yeah, we hit something. Let's see what we got down here. It's a big cave. You get instantly distracted by stuff, as we do here. And we got tons of iron, which I will not be saying no to. I'm gonna be collecting all of these resources. We need the stuff really bad. I want to start using iron tools more, which is a nice thing for us because stone just breaks so quickly, and I'm just ready to move on to just something slightly quicker. Like I've almost broken this whole pickaxe from just mining coal, and I've mined a good amount of coal with it. So now onto the iron. Real reason we're down here. Let's see how much we can even get. I'm only expecting a tiny bit because they don't look like they're big veins of it. Yeah, like we had singular vein there. They're gonna be. This is a bit bigger. This might be yeah, like 6. That's pretty good. Nothing to write home about, but happy with it. We'll take that. Don't want to get hurt there. That'll be the end of the cave there. The last iron there is to get. I feel like I'm slowly actually getting a lot better at this whole Minecraft. I think I mentioned this a couple episodes back, but I'm moving around so much quicker than I was. Maybe it's also the fact that I just haven't consistently played Minecraft in a while, but I feel like I'm finally like getting like half good at the game again, which I'm pretty happy about, honestly. Which I will definitely take as, it takes some learning to play these old versions and stuff. Oh, oh, that didn't age so well. So it looks like we're gonna so I am making a massive mess. Oh, it looks like we're gonna run right into the cave that we dug into. And we're gonna have to get some area out. I'll probably just use dirt because we just have so much of it. Dirt. Oh, I need to light up a few little things here too. Not really wanting mobs blowing me up. That is not the plan. I luckily didn't die at all, but I did come close a couple times to some creepers almost jumping me outside and stuff. Which would have been a shame not to get that stuff on camera of me getting attacked by the creepers and things. So luckily we didn't miss anything like that. I really don't want to make another shovel because they're kind of just a pain to keep crafting them, and I'm trying not to use all my wood. I keep saying this as I keep digging more and more into it. It's just a pain to get. I'm trying my best not to. I gotta continue this too because I gotta figure out where the roof needs to be. And that roof is off by one. Great. Wondering why it was so close. Hey, at least I had to place blocks to get there, so I'm not sure how deep this will go. I'll probably end up taking this to bedrock, realistically. Something. There are some mobs somewhere. Let's play it up here and there. There's some somewhere I can feel it at the very least that they're gonna be somewhere close. Hopefully my voice isn't too much worse than normal. I was trying to listen back to it and I could just hear it was deeper, but that was really the only noticeable audio thing I picked up. So I guess we will see. I guess listening to it fully back for like 10 minutes will definitely change my feeling on it too. So there is always that with it. Oh, that's a good thing we could talk about. I was talking about this at work, but I realized that I'm finally like actually getting used to my own voice, which I have hated it my whole life, which I know, everybody hates your voice. That's what they always say. It's like, it just sounds bad because of how it reflects off of stuff, so it comes back to you. I think it's deeper than what how other people perceive your voice, and I've always seen my voice as pretty higher pitched, personally. So that fact always worried me. As like, crap, people think my voice is higher pitched than what I sound like. I'm like, I already sound higher pitched enough, or at least I can hit higher pitches and stuff. Like I remember I can screech a little bit and make some really high pitched noises, which I've done way too many times and stuff. And I'll get looked at work. I've done it at work a couple times, and they look at me like, "Was that you?" I'm like, "No, who was that? That wasn't me." Really funny stuff like that is because then when they don't expect you to be able to do it, you can just hit those high notes. But yeah, because all the podcasting and all the footage and stuff that I've got of myself, I've definitely become so much more comfortable with my own voice, which is really weird. Like right now, I'm not comfortable with it because it doesn't sound right. It's like I'm like, oh crap, this is off, and stuff. So it's really, really weird. So it's like relearning your voice until you feel normal again. Which I know it's literally just about been a week since I got sick. So hopefully it clears up by tomorrow because I have family stuff to go do on Thursday for Thanksgiving. So you know, let's hope that all clears itself up and it's all fixed. But there's only one way to find out, and it's to get there. So, nothing else we hit besides that iron patch. Did I end up mining the iron? Um, yeah, I would assume I did because I got 18 on me now. I was too into like talking that I was forgetting about that part of it. Which another another obstacle to learn, which is probably honestly the hardest part about this. One thing that I definitely get stressed about when I watch like other people like IBX Toy Cat and stuff like that is they do when he does his let's plays, he just talks and plays, and you're like, wait, is he just voicing this over? And then randomly he's like, oh, I missed a block or something little like that. And you're like, dang, that was voiceover. He did such a good job with it that I wasn't able to tell if he was playing live or if it just happened that way. Okay, well, it looks like we're out of pickaxe now, so we'll just go back up then. Okay, so I think we got enough lighting in here. I think I'll put one more there. Oh, okay. Okay, zombie boy. You can play this game. See? Oh crap, I might die. Uh-oh. Okay, I got way too cocky there. I did not think that he was going to be able to hit me through there. This is why you check all that stuff. No, that generally caught me off guard. Okay, let's work our way on back up then. I think it's becoming daytime, would be my guess. Well, that looks like that'll be a tomorrow's episode, the type of thing we will worry about. Day, probably go do some torch spamming and talk about something. Yeah, I'm really happy with I was just thinking about how I actually have like a direction. I feel like I'm going with the base now, where this hallway down there, which I just made, is just giving me more opportunity and tons of ideas. I got ideas spiraling for stuff about how have a hallway go down and have tons of little rooms off of it, and ideas and uses for the rooms and stuff like that. Cause it's like I'm like, what should I do? First room goal, because I just want to move all those signs out of the way, and then I literally could not think of something. Like I had tons of ideas for little rooms to do, but nothing clicked. Nothing I was really happy with. So this room is gonna stay unhollowed out and empty like that for the time being. But here we go. That's gonna be a future episode problem and stuff. Let's take a look up here and see how the mobs are doing. As you see, things are getting a lot better. Like there's way less mobs around. Like over there's the closest that way. That's like almost 20 blocks away. And over there, you see how far it is. I mean, they're closer to probably 50 blocks away. So that side I have it the best. Realistically, if I want to do it, I need to like make a central point like here, and then just go like 50 blocks out in each 50, 70 blocks out in each direction, and then just make sure everything is torched. Like that area needs it really bad. That area needs it. That area needs it. And they spawn all the way out to that basically that tree over there, which is a very long way. And that also means I'm gonna need to go pretty deep in the bowl. Okay. I'm getting ahead of myself. That is going to be tomorrow's episode. Well, that's all I had today. I hope you guys enjoyed this half filler episode, half me just testing my voice to see if I can even record more today. If I have to, just hope in a couple days I can make a couple. But yeah, that is gonna be it for me. And until next time, bye.